Well, so they strangled the guy that was 92, and they booted the guy from McDonald's at his age. And a lot of things have been happening to the elderly and senior citizens. Why? Why is this reoccurring thing now happening, trending, happening to senior citizens and the elderly men? There's a bad trend happening. I think it is deeply connected with the zeitgeist. You know, someone is making an impact, and now we're counterculturing our norm and our wisdom tradition, and now afflicting previous leaders. And I feel like there's just a bad influx of corrupted posterity that is now finally being like what it has always been, and just now being dished out as non-taboo. This is going to be a reality where the elderly and senior citizens are now subject to the youth's corrupted approach to the future, and now homicide is happening. You're seeing the police, you're seeing law enforcement delegate the very process, right? This is what's happening with the elderly and senior citizens. Of course, the male counterpart of that. So, it's happening, right?
Well, what I see is the police having to enforce.
Yeah, but they've always had holistic reasons.
Yeah, I think they were always able to make up their own minds about what was right and what was wrong. But now they're just having to respond to these crazy callers that are making things up and being ugly and unfair.
Yeah.
And the police are being forced to respond to this and just do whatever the caller wants them to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's a definitely.
You know, someone called them. They're forced to respond to whatever the caller happened to say on the call.
Is that a sauna hut in there? Yeah, I'm listening.
You know, just whatever crazy thing the caller made up or said or whatever, then the police are forced to respond to that. Where they should be able to make their own judgment call as to what's going on.
Right.
You know, as to what's really going on.
Y'all are okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No worries. God bless. Anyway, well, that's happening. I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a tangible thing that's happening.
Yeah, that's something that's happening. I've seen it several times.
Right. You think it'll get worse, progressively worse, gradually turn into? That's just factual. That's just what people are doing every day, wherever it is that you go. If you see a senior citizen, an elderly man, it'll just be the mechanistic duality that we all experience now. I accept this as normalcy. An elderly senior citizen is just not priority. They no longer have the didactic respect that they once had.
Yeah.
Within that context.
Well, nobody does. You know, nobody does. Only the stupid person that's calling the police, making the complaint, is the one with a valid point, even though they just made it up, or they said what if, or who knows what they said.
Well, like I just said.
But
yep. Oh, okay. Well,
their point happens to be the only one that the police seem to care about. You know, if someone called the police, oh wow, well then they must be correct. Well, they're not. They're not correct. You know?
Yeah.
They're not correct, and the police need to be able to determine who's correct, who's right, who's wrong.
Okay, that actually, interestingly enough, the way that you fix it is obviously the primary motive way to deal with it is how you're explaining it.
Yeah.
It has to be law.
Yeah.
It has to be law. It has to be law.
Yeah,
I
know.
It has to be. It has to be law. It has to be law. Period.
Yeah.
With the Torah, it's got to be Judeo-Christian. It's got to be law. Okay. Secular humanism. It's got to be law. Okay. Christianity. 187 God. Okay. Good stuff. That is how you fix the problem. You're not wrong about that. But that problem stemming, because I had the same point you had, was so like you said, like I said, those three elders They were all 19, and they were considered elders in their church from Salt Lake City, from Utah, where this bombing happened, ISIL bombing happened. Okay, how are they now the ones that have to proliferate their ideology so that you can defeat the problem in that context, the one that you just said, that exact truth, which is going to be the issue being fixed? Okay, how do you do that? If they're elders and they're 19,
then how are they gonna know?
This is why that bombing was able to happen. And that's why it occurred. It is why. Okay, just like someone strangling a 92-year-old man, and he just snapped. He just snapped.
Hey, stop dropping that.
This is his defense, of course. You know, I just snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. Literally, that's a direct quote. And I smothered and I strangled him to death at 92 years old. It's a 92-year-old man. He's seen a lot of history. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened.
That's crazy.
And he just snapped. So he's defense of the court, and so once it stops being law, once the court rules that it's that, so where do you go from there? So now who's running the world?
Yeah.
The youth is going to corrupt the future?
Yeah. Hi.
How's it going?
This goes around in a circle.
I think
It goes back.
I think it just goes straight down this way and back. You have to decide where to turn around and go back.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's why I keep watching my phone
That's
itself.
good information. Thank you.
Because otherwise you'll go too far.
We've been
And
walking about 30 minutes already.
yeah.
All right.
You're welcome.
Don't worry. Anyway, so that's why. That's what's happening, right? I don't know why, but it's happening. So.
And I promised to look at my phone this time and make sure we don't go 10 miles out and then have to go another 10 miles back.
Okay. And not to spit phlegm out, to have inflammation. I got a medical condition, and I really needed to do that. I'm sorry. Okay.
She's so comfortable.
What if we?
This is a Quail trail. Saturday.
If you get and did you see that happen? What happened to that guy in the senior citizen community where he was being mistreated by nurses? You didn't see that? That was another scandal. It's where an elderly gentleman was being mistreated by some CNAs at a retirement community, and they filmed it, and now they're filing a case against the perpetrators and the residency, and they're taking that now to court, and if the judges rule that, if the judges do something about that, then you won't have it ever happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. So that, right? And but if a judge, or if the systemic approach is, well, we're going to look the other way, or we're going to sweep it under some rug, and then it will become counterculture at first, like it is now, and then it will become popular culture. And so I don't know what world we're going to live in.
Yeah.
But we're going to live in one where these series of events are going to unfold into, I don't know, some world that we live in where doesn't matter what happens to them anymore.
Yeah, where nothing matters anymore. Just
I don't want it to happen to me. Is what I'm saying. I mean, and for me,
it seems like it seems like that's where we're going. You know, in a world where right and wrong don't matter. None of that matters. It's
gonna happen to you before me, then, right? In that sense.
Well, it is. It is happening to me. You know.
It is happening to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where right and wrong just don't make any difference. It's just about what the rules are, and the rules are not written to where they make any sense, or they differentiate one thing from another. It just says, if this happens, this happens. If that happens, that happens. And nobody cares about the truth. Nobody cares about what really happened, or what was right, what was wrong. You know, nobody wants to get to the bottom of the matter and find out why it happened.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to know why it happened.
Oh, they're coming down the road.
They just say, it happened, and this is what happens after.
You want to get out of the way?
Yeah, we probably should, because truck is coming like right down the middle of this trail.
So check it out. So even worse than that, Asians. I think about Asians.
Alright. That's it for now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Because
Good afternoon. Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna start. Hi, it's a Saturday in March. We're somewhere on the Quail Trail. We've come across restrooms here. Men's, women's. Songs of birds. There's a baby. It's some street. I'm not sure what street. And working water fountain.
How you doing, man?
Hi. Alright. So we did find a working restroom on the trail. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so if you're doing the Blue Jay and Cardinal loop, you'll come out of that bridge there and you'll go down the trail that way to your right. And then when you get down there, you'll always turn around and go back. But today we are on Quail Trail. That means that we go this way. And here's the parking lot down here that you were supposed to park in. This is the trailhead for this particular trail. We parked right in the middle. This may have been hard to find right off I-10, so I did not choose to park there as I felt like it might have been hard to find, and I was probably right. But it does look like a good sized parking lot. If you can find it, it shouldn't be too full. Okay, we just came from there, and as soon as I come from there, we're going to go on down here and finish up this trail. Then we're going to turn around and go back. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
careful. It's gonna go down, right?
It is. It's really pretty. We didn't see this when we came last time. Right in the middle of the trail, close to the playground. Over here off Memorial and I-10.
I don't see any pictures.
I saw one of them in there. Might have to take it again.
Oh man, be careful! Don't fall in that water! Don't fall in that water! I think you have to take another one. Crap. Hold on.
Neat.
Here it is.
Right by the bridge.
Wait, oh, you took a video.
I took a video.
You took a video, yeah.
Oh goodness.
That's fine.
I just pressed the little red button.
Here, give me a sec. That's fine. It's in video mode. I'll switch right to camera mode. Okay, now you can take a picture after you're done with that video, if you don't mind. Okay, come here, sit down with me. Come here.
So we did go to the playground. There's the parking lot for the other trail. Stroller. Yeah. This was a side trip. We weren't really supposed to come over here. We did anyway. So I had to go use the facilities there. Okay, thank you. Hi, today is Saturday, the 10th of March, 2018. Today we did the Quail Trail, and we parked on Derry Ashford instead of the parking lot on I-10, which is the designated parking lot for this trail. I believe that this was a good thing to do. That way you could split it kind of in half if you wanted to, which was a great option for us. My daughter did come out and hike with us today. We did the first part off to the right with her, and that was 3 miles. It was a 3-mile loop, and we did that pretty quickly. She had to run along to work, and after that we were quite drained, and we thought we were going to die, so we went to Jack in the Box and got some sodas and got rehydrated, and then we went back out to the trail and went on off to the left from where we had parked, which was a great place to park, and then we did the rest of the trail. When we got down to the end near I-10, my little granddaughter really wanted to go to the playground, and I really wanted to go to the restroom. So we made kind of a trade-off. So we went down there, we stayed down there for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so while she got to play on the playground with her dad. And she had a lot of fun doing that. And then we went on back onto the trail and went down to I-10, then we came back. This was a great trail to do because it was totally paved, and although it did get dark, we could still see enough to know what we were doing. But please, if you go out there and it's dark, have a light, because two people that don't have lights can run into each other very quickly and hurt each other. So please, if you're out there after dark, have a light on, even though you can still see what you're doing, because you can get run over and it won't be nice. Okay, so enough about that. If you want to know what trail I'm talking about, it's a Quail trail. You can look it up on All Trails app. You can download that on your phone. I'm pretty sure you can look it up online through your computer as well. I've posted my mileage on Facebook. You can look that up, and you can look up both of the times that we went. The first time was like a 2.3 mile distance. That's because I didn't turn on the distance as soon as we got started. I didn't think about it until we were down the trail a little bit. So once I turned that on, we finished it, only said 2.3 miles, which was fine. And then we stopped that, and then we went back on the trail, we turned it back on, and when we got back in the car, I turned it off, and it said 6.1 miles. So that's a grand total of 9 miles for the day. So, yeah, I'm going to make this video kind of short and sweet, although I've got a lot of things to go over with you. Okay, as you see, I'm wearing this long sleeve hiking shirt. Yeah, it was hot as hell in the middle of the day. Yes, you're right. Did it protect me from the sun? Yes. So that I was pleased with, although it was hot as hell in the middle of the day when it was so hot. But when it started cooling down in the evenings, I was kind of glad I had this shirt on, because it was nice and cool. The sweat was dried, and it was nice and cool. It wasn't too hot when it got cool, and I was kind of glad I did have it on. Also, with this, you can kind of roll it up a little bit, but yeah, it just falls back down. It has buttons, but I didn't want to mess with that. Also, what you can do is unbutton it and get a little bit of breeze that way. Kind of unbuttoned it on the bottom and unbuttoned it on the top and try to get some breeze. So that helps a lot. Even though it has like these ventilated things in the back, and it is a hiking shirt, it was hot. It was hot. So I don't know if I'm gonna wear this again, or if I'm just gonna go with my short sleeve exercise tops, because this was hot. So we'll see what I do. I'll have to decide about that, when the time comes up. Okay, I guess on to the next thing I want to show you. I got this. I got this. I can't get the camera over. Let's see. I got this hiking thing here. It's on my leg. It's supposed to be like a leg bag, but it's more like a hip bag. And it's pretty neat. It's black. It matches my pants that I'm wearing today. It's got some cool little nifty pockets on it. It's pretty good. It did pretty good. I have lost weight since I started this adventure, so if I had got it when I first started, it would not have fit at all, because this is as far as it goes out, and it, you know, it fits. So it would not have fit if I was any bigger. But yeah, it's a cool little pouch. It's not very heavy. I guess as long as you don't put very much in it, you know, it will be fine. Got my knife in here and my flashlight. I decided this was a good place to put my flashlight. If it gets dark, you can just grab it right away and go ahead and turn it on. So it's not, you're not in the dark searching for your light. Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, then I wore black pants today, and there's my gaiters. They did very well. My gaiters there. I'll show you everything except what I'm trying to show you. Okay, my gaiters did very well. It's just kind of hard to get in and out of them when you're trying to take your shoes off. If you're trying to do that in a rush, that's the only thing. But, you know, I'm crazy anyway, so whatever. Also, I wanted to show you Angela's gaiters. They're kind of coming apart and everything, but she's kind of rough on them, you know. But, you know, she's almost 3, so whatever. And they did pretty good, and they come up to her mid-calf, and they really give her a lot of confidence when she's walking through like grass that's a little bit taller, because she really doesn't like walking through that because it touches her legs. So with these, it doesn't really touch her ankles. It just touches these. So she's a lot more confident in walking through grass that might be a little bit higher, weeds and rocks and things of that nature. So they're really helpful, and they're keeping the rocks and sticks and things out of her shoes. So that's great, and I think that's about all that I wanted to talk to you about tonight. So we got through all of that stuff quite quickly, I believe. Okay, so until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.